everyone, and welcome back to our channel, Richmond, Virginia Living. I'm Desmond, unfortunately without my co-captain, Jessica Colvin. I'm here today to bring you personal insight from when I moved from the great state of Texas up to Richmond, Virginia. And if you're thinking about making the move to Richmond, this video is for you. Before we really get into it, let me share a little bit about my background and my personal history with Texas. So I spent about 14 years in Texas, calling home to San Antonio and Houston before making the move up to Richmond. Now, my husband grew up in Midlothian, Virginia, and my in-laws live about an hour and a half away down by the Chesapeake Bay. So we had a little insight into Richmond and what Richmond had to offer, but a lot had changed since my husband lived here. So it required us to do a pretty significant amount of research and due diligence on our part. We needed to find out what part of town we wanted to live in, where the best schools are for our daughter, what was the real estate market like, and how was the affordability? And last but not least, would there still be, breakfast tacos? Looking back, there are some things that I wish I would have done differently, and that's exactly why we've decided to make this video. And it's to help educate you and hopefully to be a resource in helping you make the best decision for you and your family. All right, so let's dive in. All right, first things first, affordability. So when we compare Richmond to some of those bigger cities in Texas, like Houston and especially Austin, you might be pleasantly surprised by what Richmond has to offer in terms of affordability. However, I will add, in the last couple of years, as we've seen more migrants come from bigger cities such as DC, New York City, folks coming from Texas, we are seeing those prices increase a bit, especially with the historically low inventory. But I assure you, whether you want to be in the heart of Richmond or Short Pump, Glen Allen, or even down to Midlothian or Mosley, the city has a wide variety of options for you to choose from. All right, so next let's get into traffic. So if you're used to the heart-pounding, hair-raising traffic that is like Austin, get ready to take a deep breath and just relax, because I promise you Richmond traffic is a walk in the park compared to that. Sure, you might hit a few bumps in the road as the city adjusts to the influx of folks moving here from out of state, but honestly, the natives are feeling it a little harder than us transplants, I assure you. All right, so now let's talk about education. Like Texas, Virginia is a goldmine of esteemed colleges and universities. We're talking big players like UVA, my husband's favorite, Virginia Tech. And for those precious little ones, Richmond has got your back with top-notch public and private schools. And last but not least, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by all of the nearby attractions. If there's one thing I remember from living in Texas it's just an enormous state. It would take hours to get from one big city to the next. So imagine this, you've settled down in Richmond and you want to take a day trip. Well, you have DC just about an hour and a half away. You've got Charlottesville just north of us. If you want to go down to the beach, we've got the Outer Banks, Nags Head, Virginia Beach. And if you're looking to get out of Richmond altogether, then just hop on a quick flight up to New York City or Boston. And so there you have it. Now, we just touched the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more to Richmond than what I've mentioned in this video. And as you know, every city has its pros and cons. So make sure you do your due diligence, do your homework, take a trip out here to Richmond and see for yourself. And if you have any questions at all, need suggestions, feel free to reach out to me. I am a licensed realtor here in Virginia with 10 years of experience with selling in Texas, Colorado, and Virginia. It would be my pleasure to assist as best I can. All right, if you found this video as resourceful as we hope you guys did, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this and all things Richmond. And hey, if you've already taken the leap from Texas to Richmond, we want to hear about it. What did you learn on your move, and what did you wish that you did know?